Hey everyone, welcome to GiJoJo, where we share personal stories and life lessons that inspire us and resonate. I'm Gideon.
I'm Josh.
And I'm Joshua. Thanks for tuning in.
And hey, isn't this episode 1 season 1?
That's right. This is our very first episode. Fingers crossed that we'll do a second one.
Just to clarify, GiJoJo stands for Gideon, Josh, and Joshua.
And today we're going to share some of our own personal experiences from high school that taught us valuable lessons. We hope that by sharing these stories we can offer some insights and maybe even some guidance for our listeners.
So let's get started with our first story. So Gideon, you mentioned that you were always a good student, ranking highly in your school, but things took a turn during your junior high school when the coronavirus pandemic hit. Tell us about that.
Yeah, I was doing really well academically until the pandemic forced us to study from home. Like many other students, I started joining Zoom and Google Meet classes but wasn't really paying attention. I was playing games, sleeping, watching movies, and when it came to our online exams, I just opened my books, searched for online answers, or asked my friends. I even create a cheat group for exams.
That must have been quite a shift from your usual discipline self. How did you feel about it at the time?
At first, it feels like I was taking a break and getting away with it. But looking back, I regret not using the time wisely. I got ill addicted with my phone, sleeping only 3 hours a day just to complete tasks from games. It was out of control.
The pandemic ended when you were in your third year of junior high, and you had to face offline exams to graduate. How did that go?
Honestly, I was shocked and panicked. I knew I couldn't handle the exams because I had become so lazy and dependent on cheating. I tried to study again from scratch, but it was too late. I ended up getting bad grades. Fortunately, I still graduated.
That sounds really tough. How did you start to turn things around after that experience?
It was a gradual process. I had to wean myself off my phone and get back into a routine of studying and focusing on my schoolwork. It wasn't easy, but I realized that I needed to reboot my discipline and work ethic.
Wow, so have you changed now?
Yeah, of course, I have changed a lot, and I believe that I have become a better person now.
Cool, but how do you do that? I mean, what actions did you take to make yourself change?
Okay, so after graduating, to be honest, I felt that I really hate myself. At that moment, I made a promise to myself that I would study harder and as much as possible avoid cheating.
That's great advice. Did that work out for you?
Yeah, now I feel that I'm a disciplined student, not lazy, and also not really addicted to my phone. But stopping the cheating thing is really hard. Sometimes I still cheat if I can't answer the question, but at least not in every exam.
It's impressive that you recognize the need for change and took steps to improve. What advice would you give to other students who might be struggling with the similar issues?
I'd say it's important to stay disciplined and use your time wisely. It's easy to get distracted, especially with so many temptations at home. But remember why you are studying and what your goals are. And if you do get off track, don't be too hard on yourself. Just focus on getting back on the right path.
That's a valuable lesson, Gideon. Thanks for sharing. Now, let me share a story from my high school days. My story takes place when I was in junior high school. I had just moved to a new school and it was a bit of a culture shock because I had spent quite a long time at my old school. Actually, Joshua and I went to the same school back then.
That's right, Josh. We both went to Campus 2 Christian School.
Oh, interesting. So what was it like at Campus 2 Christian School?
It was a great school. I moved there during junior high school and Joshua joined during senior high school. The environment was familiar and comfortable for me, which made me transition to a new school even harder.
That sounds really tough, Josh. How did you cope with that feeling?
It was hard. I spent weeks trying to socialize, watching a group students from a distance, hoping to join in. They were playing a game that I really enjoyed, but I was too shy to approach them. Then one day I noticed one of the guys was having trouble playing a game that I was very familiar with. I gathered my courage and offered to help.
That must have been a big step for you. How did they react?
To my surprise, he welcomed my help, and before I knew it, it was a part of their group. This experience taught me that sometimes you just have to take the first step, even if it's scary. Reaching out can lead to incredible opportunities and friendships.
That's an awesome story, Josh. It really highlights the importance of stepping out of your comfort zone. What advice would you give to others who might be in a similar situation?
I say, don't be afraid to take the first step. It can be intimidating, but you never know what might come from it. Also, look for common interests. In my case, it was a game. Find something you enjoy and use that as a bridge to connect with others.
That's a great lesson, Josh. Thanks for sharing. Now, Joshua, what about you?
Alright, so these all started during my senior year in junior high school. I joined an e-sport team at school. We were all super passionate about the game, but let me tell you, the competition was fierce.
Which game were you guys playing?
Where we were playing games that called Mobile Legends Bang Bang by Munchen. It's a multiplayer online battle arena game that requires a ton of teamwork and strategy.
Oh, I thought that game is intense. How did you guys start out?
Well, we practiced for hours every day, refining our strategies and teamwork, but our first few matches were a disaster. We lost badly, and it was really tough on everyone.
That sounds rough. How did the team handle it?
Some team members wanted to quit, but our leader was amazing. He encouraged us to keep going. He told us that every failure is just a stepping stone to success.
That's some solid advice. What did you guys do next?
We analyzed our gameplay, identified our weaknesses, and worked even harder. I spent countless hours outside of practice watching tutorials, reading guides, and playing solo to improve my skills.
That's dedication right there. Did you see any progress?
Slowly but surely, yes. We started to see progress, our teamwork improved, and we began to win some matches. By the end of the season, we made it to the semifinals.
Wow, that's impressive. Did you guys win the championship?
So we didn't win the championship, but making it to the semifinals felt like a huge victory for us. The journey taught me that hard work and dedication can turn failures into successes.
That's such an inspiring story, Joshua. It's amazing how much you can achieve when you put in the effort and never give up.
Yeah, and it shows that even if you don't win, the journey itself is valuable. Those lessons stay with you forever.
Exactly. It was about more than just winning. It was about learning and growing as a team and as individuals.
Thanks for sharing that, Joshua. It's a great reminder that hard work and determination really do pay off.
That's an inspiring story, Joshua. Thanks for sharing. High school can be such a formative time, and the lessons we learn that can stay with us for life.
Wow, what a session we had today. Thanks so much, guys, for sharing those incredible stories.
Yeah, it's been awesome. We covered a lot of ground, from struggling with discipline during the pandemic to stepping out of our comfort zones and even learning resilience through gaming competitions.
Absolutely. And I think the key takeaway from today is that no matter what challenge we face, with hard work, determination, and a bit of courage, we can overcome them and grow stronger.
Totally. And remember, every failure is just a stepping stone to success. It's not about where you start, but where you end up and how you get there.
Okay, I hope our listeners found these stories as inspiring as we did. And if you're going through something similar, know that you're not alone. We've been there and you can get through it too.
That's right. And don't forget, it's okay to ask for help and to take that first step. Even if it's scary, you never know that what doors it might open.
Before we sign off, we want to remind you to stay connected with us. Follow us on social media, share your thoughts, and let us know what stories or topics you'd like us to cover in future episodes.
And hey, if you enjoyed this episode, make sure to subscribe to GiJoJo on YouTube and Spotify podcast platform. Leave us a review and share it with your friends.
Thank you all for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed our very first episode and found some inspiration in our stories.
Until next time, keep pushing forward, stay dedicated, and remember, you got this.
And with that, the mighty GiJoJo team is signing off. Take care, everyone.
See you next time on GiJoJo.